Pisces, let's get into a reading. We are going to dig in and see whose eyes are looking your way. Kind of like a who's watching you. But I also want to see kind of whose nose is in your business as well. So who's being a little too nosy for their own good? Who could be trying to look you up? Who could be trying to see what you're up to? Who could be asking about you? Where or who has some sense of curiosity? Okay. Did we notice that my ladder got, it's like it's not wanting to work, put in the effort. So someone who could be keeping eyes on you could be someone where maybe the desire ran out, whether it was you no longer having desire or them. But all of a sudden, it's like taken fully over. So yeah, there could be something here where this could have been like an unrequited type of relationship where, okay, well, I can have you, so I don't want you. And then you could have taken your energy out of it. Okay, well, I don't desire to give to something that don't want to give to me. That could be for some of you. Maybe the flame just burned out. And recently this person's been thinking about you. We're going to see. We're going to see. If you guys need anything, check it out in that comment section. I do have another channel. I have personal readings. I've got oracle cards if you want to check those out on Amazon or Etsy. I've got a Pinterest, a Patreon. Patreon and channel members get to see these first. Patreon get bonus readings as well as giveaways. Look at all that. I just heard out with the old, in with the new. A lot of you Pisces have changed. A lot. Within the past 2 years, I'd say, you've really cleansed your thought process. Maybe you've stripped away parts of you that were no longer serving you or parts of you that weren't meant for you, but maybe these were beliefs. These were things that you were taught. These were things that you believed to be your truth until you've seen them seen them through different eyes. I definitely feel like, Pisces, you've changed a lot. Some people could have seen you as like someone who was hot-headed in your past. All right, so the energy coming out on the bottom is distance. Now remember, in the pre-shuffle energy, I had said there's someone who could be thinking about you, maybe trying to look you up, asking about you, trying to have their nose in your business. It could be someone where you have distance from them. There could have been time, space. This person could have recently went in a new direction, or they could have recently went through some sort of change. This could be someone who went through a stormy season and now they're getting out of it. So this could be someone who had to take care of a sick family member. You know, maybe this is a friend you've not talked to in a while. You don't know why you haven't talked to them in a while. What you might not know is that they've been conquering some sort of battle, something that you might not know about. Whether it was a bad divorce, a bad relationship, a sick family member. Could be a lover though. Whoever this is, they're going towards a new cycle. They are, okay, so it's interesting because they kind of want to reach out to you, but they're a little in denial because they feel like your energy towards them is very cold. They feel like when it comes to them, you block your emotions. So it's like, well, you used to love me, but I don't know if you love me anymore. That could be what someone here is feeling. So someone could be trying to look you up, again, trying to have their nose in your business. So this could be someone where you guys have someone in mutual commonality. It's like, yeah, I know their family member. Yeah, I know their best friend. Yeah, I know their kid. Yeah, I know how they can get information on me. This person could be asking about you. Oh, what are they up to? Oh, really? Are they dating anyone? Have they thought about moving? Oh, they're doing good. I wonder if they'd be okay with me maybe reaching out. It's been a while since I've spoke to him. We've had some sort of time out. This person is very, very, very aware, though, that when it comes to them, you block your emotions when it comes to them. What do I mean by that? You might have love for them, but you don't necessarily show it. This isn't someone that you would be excited to see. This would be someone where you're going to be like, what do you want? What's up? See? You might love and care for this person. I want you to eat. I just don't want you to eat at my table. I'm cold. I'm detached. I don't care if you want me to be happy. I don't care if you want me to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you reached out. What do you want? Get to the point. That's going to be your energy, and that could be the reason that they're kind of doubting reaching out to you. Whoever this is, they've had some sort of epiphany. They had some sort of wake-up call. This could be someone who had some sort of like fantasy, and they're starting to realize that fantasy isn't reality. What do I mean by that? So a long time ago, me and my brother would argue, because my brother is, I think, 10 years younger than me, and the way that he views the world is completely different than the way that I view it. So sometimes we will have arguments over it. And one of the arguments we had was that he one time said to me and my stepdad before he passed, he made a comment to both of us that we just don't have life figured out for us to sit back, wait, and watch, because he's going to show us. He's going to show us how money's easy to get. He's going to show us how none of us have had it figured out. And I looked at my stepdad and I giggled and I said, baby, life's gonna really f you and you ain't gonna like it. I said, because if you really think you got it all figured out at the age of 18, you're gonna be humbled just like I was. You don't got it all figured out. So the ones who have been over here doing adult life for 20, 30, 40 years, when we tell you life ain't as simple as you think it is, when we tell you life ain't as easy as you think it is, when you're 16, you're 17, you're 18, just wait, because you about to eat some humble pie. That's what I'm saying here. It's a little bit of like, what they thought abundance looked like wasn't necessarily reality. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible. Like I told him, if you set your mind to anything, it is possible. However, to look at us and act like we don't know that there's hidden money trees in the backyard and we're just stupid, I'm gonna be honest, that's a little ignorant. And he got really mad at me, and that was a few years ago, and here we are. He now sees life through our eyes. Why? Because he knows that maybe the reality he had in his mind was a fantasy that wasn't true. I mean, let's be honest. Most of us have been little where we were like, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to buy me a brand new Lexus. When I get bigger, I'm not going to struggle financially. But then when we become adults, we realize why it's maybe not as easy as we thought it was going to be. There are restrictions. There are things that are going to get in our way. There are going to be things that we're going to go through and have to conquer that we don't see coming. So I do feel like this person could have at one point been very set on some sort of abundance, okay? Very set. And the wounded side of them could have been very like aggressive and confident. Well, I'm doing what's best for me. You don't have to agree with it. Sit back and watch. Well, you sat back and you watched. And what you don't see is it's like being a parent to a teenager. Sometimes you have to let them learn the hard way. And that's what's happened here. This is either a family member, a friend, or a lover who's learned the hard way, who's learned, oh, you weren't trying to be mean. You weren't trying to humble me. You weren't trying to be a butt. You were giving me a dose of reality. Reality is that maybe, just maybe, I was being a little egotistical, and I acted in a way that now when I come home, I might come through the door and get a look from you guys to be like, so what's up? Tell us what happened. I mean, let's be honest. If you go into the living room and tell your parents, I'm moving to LA, you guys don't understand me, I'm gonna make it big, and you really go all out, and you know, maybe you're not nice to your parents when you leave. Well, when you go to LA and you fail, coming back home isn't going to be fun. It's going to feel like you're having to walk in the house with your tail in between your legs. That's what I'm saying here. For some of you, there was someone here that wants to approach you, but it's now an energy of, I'm going to have to approach you with my tail in between my legs. And I know that you're going to have no sense of emotion. So you might not have a lot of compassion or empathy. This could be someone where you're like, I don't have hope that you're going to change. I don't have hope. Again, this could be that kid that you know is going to have to learn the hard way. I know, that's my hard-headed baby. They're going to have to learn the hard way. And this child might know that they did something risky and that they're about to get a cold and detached side of you. The side of you that might have to be a mother's shove and not a mother's love. The side of you that's going to have to say, listen, I got to block my emotions. It don't matter how I feel. We need to have a chitty chat. And this person could not be feeling too hopeful bringing it up. This could be a kid trying to fix an issue before having to ask for your help, but they're going to have to ask for your help. But for a lot of you, this is a lover that wants to approach you, that once missed an opportunity or once had the opportunity to fix something and they were so negative they didn't take the opportunity. And now they know that if they approach you after there's been some sort of timeout, distance, blocking, that you are going to be cold and detached. What do you want? Imagine that you've not seen someone in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years and they call you, they text you, they knock on your door. What's your first response going to be? Why are you here? What do you want? That's what I'm saying here. And this person's not hopeful. They're not hopeful that this is going to work out. Yeah, they want the past to be in the past. This is someone who's like, no, I get it. The past is in the past. That's what they want. But I don't think what this person is saying is that in order for the past to be in the past, they have to have soul growth and they have to set new intentions. So again, if I give the example about my brother, like I said, he now understands where we come from. He now knows money don't grow on trees. There's nothing wrong with thinking that it does. None of us want a scarcity mindset. However, realistically, if the bills are due, you can't go out back and just pluck a $100 bill off the tree. So you have to be smart and resourceful. That could be the soul growth. My soul has grown. I now see this differently. But I will say this. I think this person does have a mask when it comes to their new intentions. So they might half-ass it, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. They might half-ass the giving and the receiving. Yeah, see, okay, that's what I'm saying. When there's, okay, this is what I'm getting. Someone here has been asking about you because they want to approach you. There's been time, there's been space, there's been distance. This could be someone who just wants time for you to kind of get over something so that way they don't have to go above and beyond. But what I am saying is that even when it comes to like the new intentions, yeah, but I want to start over. I want to leave the past in the past and I want to start over. I know I failed you as a parent, but I want to start over. This could be that parent asking your brother or your sister, do you think your brother or your sister will let me come around for the holidays? Do you think they'll forgive me? It's been a while since I talked to them. And they're not feeling too hopeful that you're going to be open to them. They know that you're at this kind of fed up, I'm going to observe you. I ain't got nothing nice to say, so I ain't going to say it. That's your energy. They want to give to you though. They could even want to give you a gift. But what I'm saying is when it comes to the new intentions, there's an argument here. There's always an argument because it's an energy of like, but you don't get it. You don't get it. We make a solution, we set on what would fix it, and you do everything but. And then you come in and you tell me you want to fix it again. So why do you keep coming in and telling me you want to fix it, but then you never take the action to fix it? And for some of you, it could really, really, really trigger you, like to your core, because you can't wrap your head around it. It's like, is this some sort of sick game? I don't get it. Well, what you might not see is that this person is learning lessons, and they're karmic lessons, okay? And another thing that you might not see is that this person has a lot of maturing they need to do. So unfortunately, if this is a parent that's not at a place where they should have been a parent. That's the reason that they failed you. And you could be a lot more mature than them. So you might have to come to terms with the fact that, okay, you were never meant to be my parent. I've got to come to terms with the fact that I'm not really going to have a mom or a dad in this lifetime, that I am the mature person in this relationship, and that if I want a relationship with you, it's going to have to look different than what I've wanted. What does that look like, and what am I okay with? If this is like a co-parent or a lover, I do see, again, restrictions, and again, it's like a lack of maturity. So they're going to come in with some sort of proposal. Their proposal is for you guys to heal this. But it's like they feel you want too much and you feel they don't give enough. So again, if this is a family member, it's like, yeah, again, they want to come back around. It's the holidays. They always want to come back around when it's the holidays. But they never give a lot. But they could feel that you always demand too much from them. And that, again, could be the energy of, okay, are we willing to accept each other at face value? Or are we just going to finally get to a point where we're going to quit trying and realize maybe it just isn't meant to be? Who's another person that's got their eyes and nose coming your way? I will try to timestamp this, like person 1, person 2, person whatever, if I can. So the person that I'm about to bring in could be older in life. I don't know why I'm feeling that. They could be older in life. So it could be a family member, could be an acquaintance, could be a lover. Okay. So the person who also could be kind of keeping tabs on you, I'm hearing the song Blue by Leanne Rimes. Lonesome, lonesome for you. Doesn't the song say, why can't you be blue over me? So someone here could be wishing that you were the one heartbroken over them, that you were the one obsessed with them, that you were the one keeping tabs on them. That could be what someone's like wishing or thinking. This could be someone who's very wounded. This could be someone who their ego controls their life. So this is going to be someone where they might want to reach out, they might want to talk to you, they might want to see you, but their ego's in control. So if that means them releasing control or showing any sense of vulnerability, it's not going to happen. I'd rather go without. Even if I want it, I'll go without. Here's an example. When I was younger, there were times that I would do something to punish someone else, but it would punish me. Let me give you an example. So when I was younger, like in my teenage stage, they would have like pool parties. My dad would have pool parties. And if I would get mad, I would be like, no, I'm not going out there. And in my mind, okay, well, if I don't go out there, they won't have fun because I'm missing. Okay, well, joke's on me. They're having fun whether I'm out there or not. So who ended up getting punished? Me. Because my dad could have went outside and be like, okay, Danielle's mad. She decided not to join us. Who wants to play volleyball? They're going to play volleyball anyways. It don't matter if I'm out there. It don't matter if I'm pissed. They might say, what's wrong with her? Why is she mad? Oh, I don't know. She'll get over it. And then it's off their brain. That can be the wounded side of me, the ego side of me that's like, oh, I'm about to show you. I mean, yeah, I want to go out there and play volleyball, but y'all pissed me off, so I'm about to show you. When in reality, the only thing I'm showing them is that I'm having a tantrum right now and you need to treat me like a child and ignore me. That's what I'm saying with this person. There could be something here where someone has some sense of confidence, but it's like a fake confidence. It's a confidence from a place of ego. So why are they watching you? This person could be watching to see what sort of situation you have yourself involved in. What are you doing for work? Where do you work? Do you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend? Do you got a karmic partner? Are you constantly sharing stuff online talking about how you hate being mistreated? Because if so, I know you probably be taken for granted. That could be what this person's doing. They could be looking you up or seeing what you're up to. This could be someone staying in conversations about you just to gain information. So this could be someone who might not talk about you, but if you're being talked about, they're going to stay in that conversation because they want to know the wisdom that's coming from it. This person could even look on like your family's social media, your friends' social media, see if you've been tagged in anything. Has anyone been in those pictures? Or those pictures different? I'm seeing that as well. So they're trying to just kind of figure out what you're up to. What's got your attention right now? Why do they want to know this? They want to know this because they feel like you've been focusing on yourself. They feel like you've been expanding, and it's got them curious what you're creating. Have you ever seen someone and you're like, damn, you glowing. Are you pregnant? Did you get married? Are you in a relationship? Why the fuck you glowing? What you doing? That's what I'm getting with you. It's like this person, when they look at you now, you're like a light bulb, and they're like, wait, why you glowing? I don't remember you glowing like that. When did you get your light bulb replaced? Who did that? Somebody's got to be doing that. And I do think deep down this person knows that you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on what your heart desires. And you're going through life with intentions. I have the intentions to give to the things that I want to grow. However, it definitely has them curious. There's a little bit of contemplation here as well. So whoever this second person is, they have been thinking about reaching out to you, but it's at a place of like contemplating. Should I? Or should I let you go? There's two sides of them. There's one side of them that's like, well, you know that if you chose that path to go towards them, that your life is going to change quickly. It's going to change abruptly. And that doesn't always mean bad. I mean, let's take, for example, the people who become famous overnight. They go from not being known to being sensations overnight. That's not always a bad thing. It can be. So I do think that this person is like, well, if I reached out to you, there would be an opportunity, and I bet it would be an abundant one. It's filled with successful opportunities and options. Or I can lean into my wounded behavior. I can lean into my coping mechanism, which could be to shut down, which could be to listen to the ego and say, well, if they wanted you, they'd come after you. So they didn't come after you. They don't want you. You ain't wanted. That's your ego. That's not the truth. Because let's be honest, if you're sitting there waiting for someone to come after you, why haven't you went after them? The things that we don't change are the things that we're choosing. So if we're sitting there in the game of waiting and we're not taking action, do we truly want it? I'm just asking. And that could be this person's energy. They could be learning that they have some sort of coping mechanism. And it could be for them to allow things to end, allow things to transform, but maybe sometimes not in the way that they want it to. This person could be discovering a lot about themselves. And I feel like this could be a make it or break it moment. They can either come towards you and possibly explore being your friend, being your lover, being in your life, seeing if this could go anywhere, maybe even being a close family member to you, and celebrating things with you, maybe going on trips with you. If anybody owns a business, whether it's them or you, there's even a possibility for someone working for the other one. Or they can cope the best that they know how. They can use their learned behaviors that have got them the life that they want, which is not a life that is fulfilling, and they can let this go. And if they end up letting this go, they're going to feel powerful in the moment because it's going to make them feel in control. It's going to make them feel in control. You didn't make me feel weak. You don't even know that I want you. All right, that's fine. But then what's going to happen is they're going to start losing sleep. They're going to have insane insomnia. They're going to start feeling a loss. They're going to start noticing anxiety, and they've never had it before, and they don't know how to deal with it. And then the regret's going to seep in because they're going to recognize, oh my God, I sabotaged something that could have been stable. I sabotaged something that could have had long-term security, matched with a stable romance, matched. It's like I manifested everything that was. And instead of taking an opportunity that I seen that could have been successful, I sat on my ass and decided whether or not it could have been. I mean, imagine someone coming up to you and saying, hey, listen, this is a business contract. I'm going to pay you $120,000 a year. I need an answer by tonight. And you go sit on your ass and you think about it until the next day. You knew it was going to be a successful opportunity. Why didn't you take it? I don't know. You sabotaged. You sabotaged. You thought too much about it. You overthought. You analyzed it. You tried to figure it out. You tried to do a pros and a cons. You sabotaged it. And I think that's what's happening here. Is someone could be kind of watching you and they know that if they want to fix it, now's the time, but they're still in the place of like contemplating. Should I though? Should I though? And if they decide not to take action, or if they decide to fully let this go, they're going to regret it. Now, this could be a friend who wants your help, who needs your help, but they can't put their ego to the side to ask for it. I'm sorry, I was a crappy friend. I need your help. Will you please help me? You're more than a friend, you're family, which is why we fight the way that we do. But I need your help. I need your support. I need you in my corner. But instead of them dropping that wall, dropping that ego, they're staying controlling, because that's that wound inside of them. I want to be in control. I don't want you to know I'm sorry. I don't want you to know that I need your help and I feel like you're smarter than me when it comes to this business or when it comes to the money portion. I'm gonna tell you, your ego will have you out here thinking you know everything when it doesn't, okay? One of the things I learned in my life is that you shouldn't be scared of asking questions. You shouldn't be scared of being wrong. You shouldn't be scared of being made fun of. I would rather ask 7,000 questions than not ask at all, than not speak up. But this person's the complete opposite. They would rather be silent. Well, I don't want to look dumb. Okay. But you're going to look dumb anyways if you don't get the answer that you need, if you don't get the clarity that you're seeking. So someone here is contemplating. Should I reach out? Should I talk to you? God, this person wants your forgiveness, or they want to confess something to you. If this is a family member or a friend, this is someone who wants your forgiveness. And they could be recognizing that they let this relationship go, and the reason that they did is because they have some sort of learned behavior. It's about being right. It's about not folding. Now, if they end up reuniting with you, I see them apologizing and telling you why they held back and telling you what they want. But I'm saying for a lot of you that it's not going to happen. And that's going to be this person's biggest lesson in life. Because I'm going to be blunt with you. There are 2 cards here with regret. There's only 2 cards in this deck about regret. And both of them's come out for this reading. Which is telling me that this person is going to regret this for the rest of their life if they don't take action towards you. This is going to be the family member, the friend, or the lover who's always going to try to see what you're up to. Once you're, I don't know, married, you can move to Hawaii. You can have kids. You could adopt kids. You could decide to go cut your hair off and go for another team. There are going to be huge changes coming in your life, and this person is going to have a view, but as a fan, as an acquaintance, if they don't choose to come towards you. And that is going to be the biggest regret in their life, is because they're never going to be a part of it. They're only going to know a portion of it, just like the rest of the world. Only a portion, the portion that you'll share. And that's going to be one of their biggest regrets, is not betting on something that they wanted because their ego told them not to. Because it was easier to be in control than to ask for forgiveness or to express something from the heart. I mean, this could be a friend that was jealous of you. It's really hard to look at your friends and go, I'm jealous of you. But normalize that. Normalize being able to look at your friend and go, I'm jealous of you right now, and I'm not sure how to work with these emotions. Because then you can talk about it. The only time you're jealous of someone or something is if you think you can't have it. And if you think that you can't have it, why do you think that? Is it because you think you don't deserve it? Some of you, this person could feel that they don't deserve you. And you can't make them change their mind. They see you as the abundant opportunity. They see you as the person, no matter what you choose, it's always going to be successful. So if this relationship fails, or if this dynamic fails, or if you're not in my life, it's because I'm the fucked up one, right? That could be what someone's thinking. That's not the truth, but that could be what someone's thinking. Someone's definitely thinking very negatively right now. You're too good for me. You deserve better. What did I just say? What did I just say? I will say this. This is someone who doesn't like to leave their comfort zone. So in this lifetime, this is going to be someone who's not going to make big changes. I'm definitely getting, for this portion of the reading, one of you is an energy shifter, world shaker. You might change jobs where it's like, I can't believe you're doing that. This is what I'm getting. Okay, so one person in this reading is going to be the kind of energy where it's like, okay, well, yeah, for 5 years I waited tables, and then for the next 5 years I was a truck driver, and then the next 5 years I worked in the coal mine, and then the next 5 years I worked at the top of a mountain, having guests come in, and it's like, your whole world of experiences. Like, how do you go from that job to that job? How did you even do that? How did you even learn that? Well, I'm a free soul. It's who I am. I go with the motion. I go with the changes. One of you's like that. The other one is a comfort zone person. I don't want to leave my comfort zone, but it's comfortable, but I don't want to fly. It's like one of you's been dying to fly. I just want to fly. Kick me out of the nest. Let me fly. And the other one's like, please don't kick me out of the nest. I don't think my wings work. Oh my God, but mama, what if I fall? That's what's happening here. And instead of you guys being able to work with one another, it's like you're too overwhelming for this person. And they're not able to meet you halfway. They're so overwhelmed that they're just kind of shutting down and allowing their ego to be like, yeah, you know, being safe's better. Stay safe. You don't need to fly. You don't need to go see what they're seeing. And you could be a little birdie that's like, it's so pretty out here though. They're lying to you. It ain't pretty out there. That's the devil talking. They just want you to jump out. That's what this person's like feeling and thinking. And it's because they're used to their comfort zone. And I'm getting, for a lot of you in this lifetime, this person's not going to leave their comfort zone. And that is going to be one of their biggest life lessons. And it's going to be one of their biggest regrets, because they don't know how to go after, bet on, chase after, and become the things that they want. It's like they just don't know how, and they're not up for the challenge, and you are. So I definitely feel like you guys can be, you're different people. And this person has had the opportunity, and they have the opportunity right this moment to decide whether or not they want to expand and try to join you. If they want to expand and be a part of your life. Now, again, this could be the friend where it's like, listen, speak now or forever hold your peace. We're going to go get some passports. You getting one? Because I'm going to let you know, if you don't get one, you can't go with us. Well, this friend might decide, I don't want to get a passport. I like my comfort zone. I don't know if I want to leave the U.S. And you could be like, all right, bet. Okay, that's fine. And then in 3 weeks, you might call them, hey, yeah, no, sorry, we're going to London. What? Listen, I told you, we're going to London. I asked you if you wanted to go. You said no, so I'll see you when I get back. I'm leaving for London. And this person might be shocked. Wait, that could have been so prosperous. That would have been so much fun. And there could be wisdom that you would have been able to help this person learn. Wisdom around maybe airplane points, airline points, how to use a credit card correctly for it to work for you and not the other way around, how to get the cheapest flights. That's what I'm saying here. But it's like, instead of this person opening up to more, they're just kind of like, well, I'm stuck. And instead of you kicking this person out and being like, no, bitch, you flying, you're like, I mean, I get it. Not everybody wants to fly. That's your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But that's this person's lesson. They're going to have to sit in the nest and watch you fly. And that's going to be their biggest regret, is that they're going to wish that they could have flown. Because they're saying that this is something that they've manifested. Doubting, they might end up wanting to really come towards you in the future. It might become so overwhelming that it's kind of hard to manage. But then what I'm saying is that when they're ready to tell you a truth, you could be out of reach. So again, somebody's going to get unexpected communication. Again, this could be a friend who's going to abandon a dream. Our dream was to travel as friends. I've asked you multiple times if you want to travel. You always give me an excuse. I'm done asking. So when they reach out to you and you go, hey, yeah, what's up? I'm in Vegas. I told you I was traveling. You thought I was waiting on you. I'm not waiting on you. It's like this could be the friend where the group never gets out of the group chat, and this friend could be shocked that you are going to take the trip without them. They could have even fed themselves an illusion. Oh, they won't do that without me. That's our trip. And then they could actually get kind of pissed that you're going to take a trip without them. And the reason why is because they're not willing to leave their comfort zone. Now, again, if this is a lover, this lover might end up not taking action. It's like every single day, it's going to become heavier on them. And then when they finally go to possibly take the action, something's going to happen, and then it's going to take away the confidence they once had. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, no, I don't think I'm going to reach out. You're too good for me. I don't want to leave my comfort zone. I don't want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. You're continuing with your life because you don't know, you don't see the internal battle this person's going through. The push, the pull, the hot, the cold. That could also show that they need more healing. Well, as they're doing that, as they're doing the hot, the cold, the push, the pull, you're again expanding. You're manifesting. You could be contemplating between multiple things in your life. Do I want to travel here? Do I want to travel there? Do I want to go to this concert? Do I want to go to that concert? Do I want to stay in this hotel? Do I want to stay in that hotel? Do I want to get this car? Do I want to get that car? You're contemplating life as a whole and where you're going and what your life looks like. This person not necessarily included. Well, they're then going to get closer to possibly reaching out or wanting to do it. Yeah. I think we should go on that trip. But what's going to happen is as soon as they're ready to do it, new information is going to come in. So if this is a lover, it's like, okay, I'm finally ready to leave my comfort zone. What do you mean they're dating? I didn't have competition before and now I do. Fuck, now I'm worried. Like, that's what I'm saying. And then it can make them shut down again. It can make them closed off. It can make them very resistant. Well, I don't want to reach out now. I don't want to compete for their attention. I mean, it took me 6 months to gather up the strength before, but now that they have competition, I definitely don't want to go in. And then that can make this person shut down. If this is a friend, this is going to be a friend who's going to hit you with the, hey, I've started saving for our London trip. And then you might text them back, hey, I thought you weren't really interested, so we done got it booked. We leave next week. Boom. Unforeseen change. And it's going to make this friend resistant. It's going to piss them off. And I'm saying that it can even break some sort of dream for them. Because I think this friend thought that you were going to wait on them. And you got to a place where it's like, but I didn't think you were serious. Like, you kept talking about what we were going to do, but it never actually happened. So I just quit taking you seriously. This friend is going to feel really heartbroken because in their mind, no, it's a future thing. It's a future thing. It's a future thing. But in your mind, the future was never coming. So you abandoned the dream because what am I abandoning? There's nothing here. But this friend, it's going to hit them hard because they didn't think that you would go do it without them. Same if this is a lover. I didn't think that you would move on. So the fact that you are moving on, or there's other people involved, or there's even possibility of competition, well, that makes me prideful. That makes me resistant. That makes me pissed. And that can make them shut down. And then that could even make them feel like their dreams are broken. Well, I wasn't supposed to have it anyway, so whatever. And there comes that mood swing, okay? So, if you notice here coming up that friends are sabotaging certain things, like trips that you want to take, family members, maybe these are family members or a family member that's got a pattern, try not to feed into anything that doesn't directly affect you. So an example would be, if this is a friend where it is that, well, I want to do this, but it never gets out of the group chat, but then I get pissed at you when you do it. Well, that could be a pattern for them. That is something that they're going to have to manage, not you. It's not your fault that you disappointed them. You can say, listen, I'm sorry. I'll make sure to invite you next time. But it's not your fault that they're never serious when it comes to the plans. That's something that they have to deal with. But Spirit is telling you, maybe notice patterns that certain people around you have or certain people have when it comes to you, and see how you can adjust for it to not necessarily affect your life. So if this is a lover, this could be the lover who, again, comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. Well, let's be honest, don't take them serious. That's a pattern. Their pattern is showing that we can't take them serious, okay? You're not serious. I'm not taking you seriously. Why? Because your actions are showing me I shouldn't, I couldn't, I can't. Well, that might abandon a dream for them, because they might want nothing more for you to take them serious, but it doesn't matter what they want. If their actions are not showing who they are, you have to go based off of their actions. I can sit here and tell you all day I'm going to show up for you, but if I don't, you got to go off those actions. It doesn't matter if I want to show up for you. It matters that I am. So I am saying that someone can be having maybe a hard time between who they actually are versus who they want to be. And Spirit is telling you that if you notice that someone really wants to be a certain version of themselves, but they are always falling short, give them space to grow, but also recognize the pattern and make sure that you're adjusting for yourself. Okay? So again, it's not our fault if the friend decides, well, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Okay, that's fine. But then you're not going to make me feel bad that you decided not to go. You said you wanted to go, then you said you didn't want to go, then you changed your mind. That's a pattern on you. I'm not going to be emotionally fucked up because you can't figure it out. But Spirit is also telling you, notice the pattern, so then that way it doesn't affect your life. So maybe in the future, this just isn't going to be the friend that you invite anymore on trips, because the pattern is that you can't trust for it to get out of the group chat, or that you can't trust for this person to actually show up. And that's okay, that's great, that's grand, but you have to then readjust based off of what you know. And that's what Spirit is telling you, okay? So there's definitely someone here a little emotionally all over the place. I think they're seeing you as some sort of inspiration. Yeah. Wanting to make something right. This person could see you as someone who's really happy. Again, someone's going to take inspired action, and then there's going to be a blockage. So again, that reminds me of the friend saying, yeah. So go online tonight, look up tickets for that concert, let me know how much it's going to be, and I'll start paying. Well, you might not know that this friend's never going to pay. They actually have no intentions of actually going with you, and you might have to find someone else to go with you. And I think it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be grand. However, things are not what it seems to be, and I think you need to be willing to pivot without stressing too much about it. And I think you also need to be willing to let someone see where they maybe take risks, not willing to see the outcome of the risk. So an example would be, if I tell you, yeah, get us a vacation set up, I'm going to pay this, I'm going to pay that, I'm going to pay this. Okay, that's an inspired risk. We've maybe never went on vacation together. If I tell you to book it though, and then I don't want to pay for it, and I have no intentions of going, but I don't tell you, that can start a lot of drama and a lot of chaos. Things are not necessarily what they appear to be. There could be a blockage. There could be something where I'm avoiding bringing it up to you because I don't want to start conflict. However, you need to know that I have no intentions of paying or going, so you can figure out what you need to do. I'm seeing that as well. I'm seeing that a friend could sign up for something without thinking too much about it, and then something end up happening to where they're going to be scared of making you mad. You don't really care. You just want the truth. And again, it could be some sort of pattern that you're used to. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think there's definitely an energy here where ultimately you're going to have a happy outcome. I just definitely see that someone attached to you could be, I don't know. Somebody could definitely be seeing the truth. That's what I'm going to say. All right, leaving it here. Have a blessed day.